Not is it a tofola? It's not flat. Tolunga is like the cliffs, pretty much. So that's why you only go there when the sea is very calm. One wrong step and you'll end up in the ocean. Because the little walkway, the ocean is just below. So that's why we were commanded to just look ahead. Don't look to the side or look down. When the sea turned rough on our way back, fear swallowed me whole because the only way back is to swim across. Because I couldn't swim. I was so scared. I cried. I refused to jump into those. Probably the pool isn't that deep, but because I was young, I'm scared to hop into the pool. And my mum was calling me to swim like a dog. You know the go Niue, the go puli?
Pedal.
So that's how I was taught. She was calling out to me to swim like a puli. But the terror of the day etched itself into my memory. Even now, I can still hear the waves, like trauma, right to this day. Never went back. And I don't think many people either in the village because it's a very rough track. But I'm still here, which means I made it through. Thanks to my mum, Auntie Pepe, all the aunties who showed me what resilience truly looks like. Kua whita ne loi koe e whahihinga ngahi te kau te tala ni tohia mā repo. Se koe huhu, koe whaurua pē ne haia ia koe ai nei. Mai koe hingoa kia e tawa whā ne luke whāno e mui hao. So which canoe are you on? The sinking one or the floating one? Ha koe whaurua, koe whakataia ia ki tō mena ne whakawheha ngai e mui hao. Me tō mena whakalau. Ke whakaako atau tūru ke o maoma, ke kua ke iki, ke o atu ke tā whaahi. Ka kano ni he whai whikaua Yesu, mahau a si kua kia ia, crossing to the other side. Hanga mena ka toka ni tangata, kia ia ni si ai mai ke i te lutu, ka tūna ni he mena anga ia, same spot. Aku pihia ke whenonga he tua. Tua here I'm talking about is faith, not your back. Ka ai longa ne taua Yesu ne puaki ke whano. Ka pau na taua he lapanga ia, because we're so comfortable in the same where you are, wherever you are. Hapa mohai ni toa koe he nofo he mena kua anga, pesni loi koe na kai whai mua koe he tūru. Si hoko sia fuki e whakatoronoa, e toka noanga ke mua e whakafouanga, e manako a koe ki ai. Si leo na koe me whakatori, ka koe whakatori ke hingoa, ka koe whakatori ke ngāhu whē. Whakatori ki a koe ke hopo muata ke kakau, ke hopo i a koe. Going home was meant to be a break for me, but my auntie asked me a few days I got there to help with her whakawhalaunga for Christmas Day. And in my head it's like, oh, I'm here for a break. Here I'm asked to share. And I can't say no to, you know what I mean? I can't say no to the Lord's work. Otherwise, the one above will send me to a naughty corner. Anything to the Lord, I would just have to say yes. But standing in front of a packed church wasn't so easy either. You know, I mean, compared to our crowd here. But God carried me through. I prayed the night before practicing my sermon. So what stayed with me was the singing of the Hakupu Ecclesia crowd. The true magic of home, you know, just listening to their loud, warm, and harmonious voices. And it's a sound of belonging. I know that I was home. And I just enjoy listening to all the hymns from the beginning of the church to the end. That's why I was surprised with my singing today. I feel like we have improved singing too, so keep up the good singing. Koe ka kano ia si ka ofo e puaki hei Yesu ki hana tautu taki. Hako hoi foki nei loa e manawitaki ne wa amanaki e iki ke laka ia me tomo ngui hatau tō. Koe pule ke matangi, koe pule foki ki tau peau, si pia me tomo ngui hatau tō foki. E mōri taka haia e taua whā me tau peau, ka kato le kua tuaina ia, ka eka wa watu ka tō ki ta whā. Nothing comes easy in life as we all know, especially when you're striving for something great. You always have those challenges, trials ahead of you. Kapsinga no ka tuai ni filianga ke hiki mui. Pakatala mua le ia ka manaka vai ke mua hatonu. Mai whakawhauanga ke hao. Walata ni ke hiki do ta ofianga he tamu mui whakakerisiano hato tō. Laka ni ke uta kehe e matukutapu. Mai laka atu mai tua, mai hawa loto katoa. Manatu ai te hea Yesu, o ata mutoro ke whai nā, kai o ata mutoro ke whai e nā kai. O kia ia ke tautu osi, ke koe, ke taua, mo tautoro. Hako whai manamita kia ia, whatari aki, ata toro. Tau whakahele, handai ata toro, wa laka mai ke tau fōu. Tau awhi ofu maono. So ka hingoa ni e tau maturi-turi, ne whakaalai ke tau mamui. He tau tuai ke whakatoka, ke mawhoa, ke whenonga māmā he tau fōu nei. Manatu ka hopa kwa ke wai si o matukutaku ka riongi ke Yesu, ya lau matai hawa, whenonga ke tawhai. Ne ke utulupa kwa ke tunga, te teo. Beloved, whenever I travel by plane, I'm reminded of two simple but powerful lessons. The first is to keep my seatbelt fastened at all times in case of any unexpected turbulence. And the second is that in an emergency, I must leave everything behind. It doesn't matter what treasures you have to leave it behind. Because my life is far important than any treasure I carry. Which one thing I noticed on my from Auckland to Niue, they say 7 kgs for you carry on, but I was observing and so many people, the 7 kgs turned in 14, but I guess they're used to it. Where I'm new here to fly there, and I was just so cautious. I weigh my bag, make sure it's 7 kilos. It's a reminder to listen to the pilot's voice, trusting the one who knows what is best for my safety and well-being. So speaking of traveling, on our way back from Auckland to Melbourne, my grandson Noah had us laughing. He was so completely overflying, probably still trauma. And he blamed the pilot for taking too long. He just wanted the plane to land. Because to him it was too long. He thought 3 hours, that's enough. So when we landed in Melbourne, he honestly thought that we were already in Perth. So we had to explain to Noah, we still have to catch another flight. But moments like that keep our journey light. And we were thinking, why did we do it in the first place? We thought it's a good thing to hop out and stretch. But it was only 2 hours stopover. We have to check in again. So it was a rush. And having 3 little ones, it's a nightmare. So next time we'll be direct there and direct back. So similarly in our faith journey, crossing over to the other side is never easy. We will face storms and waves that shake us to the core, moments that test our faith and try to moisten our spirits. But take heart, as long as Jesus is in the boat, in your vessel, you can smile at the storm. His presence is your guidance, His authority is your anchor, and His faithfulness carry you through what you could never face alone, which is so true. You have to have full faith and trust in Him. So don't think that you're alone when you're going through some dramas in your life. So as we cross over from 2025 into 2026, release every burden, your fears, your uncertainties, your worries, anything that keeps you from moving forward with Jesus. Because you do feel lighter when you release your burdens, whatever you're holding in your chest. Sometimes you feel so heavy. That's why you have to talk with someone that you're very close to, trust, or ask someone to pray for you. But don't go through it alone. He cares for you more deeply than you know. Remember, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So step into this year with confidence, trusting the one who goes before you and holds every moment in His hands. Haka mena nā kai whaki mai hea tua kia tau tōre anganga kia matuputapu. Ka kia whakamoroi, moi whakarowhai, moi ako kia tu oi. Don't stay stuck in the same place. If you've been in a job that no longer brings joy or purpose, prepare to move. Jesus is opening the way for breakthrough in 2026. That's a worse feeling too when you're in a job that you're not enjoying at all. If you are in a relationship that is no longer worth engaging, prepare to move. God has someone aligned with your future, waiting on the